ribbons, scarlet ribbons for your hair. Through the night my heart was aching, just before the dawn was breaking. I peeked in, and on her bed, in gay profusion, lying there, lovely ribbons, scarlet ribbons, scarlet ribbons for her hair. If I live to be 100, I will never know from where came those lovely scarlet ribbons, scarlet ribbons for her hair.
Everybody's trying to make me cry. I didn't bring tissues. I'm having to use Marcy's. Thank you, Gary. Next up is my daughter Caroline and her violin teacher, David Tweedy. You've seen him up here fiddling, and they're going to do a couple of songs together. Caroline has been taking lessons from David since Santa Claus brought her a fiddle, what was that, 5 years ago? 4 years ago? 4 years ago. So, yes.
We're going to do Santa Claus is Coming to Town and Deck the Halls. And the second time, you're welcome to sing along.
Okay. But not the truth.
Good job, Caroline. She learned Deck the Halls because that is my favorite Christmas carol. So. Really love that. Next up we have Philip Howard. Where are you, Philip? Are you there? There he is. Yay! Philip is a collector of Ocrafolk stories that he loves to tell on stage. He's even written a book called Digging Up Uncle Evans. And not really a Christmas story, that one. And he does these ghost and history walks through the village, and he loves to tell stories. So this is an Ocrafolk Christmas story. So welcome him, Philip Howard.
Every year as Christmas approaches, I often sit in my living room with Christmas candles in the windows and a roaring fire in the stove, and usually a glass of eggnog with a little bit of rum in it. And I think of a particular story about the Ariosto, which was a British steamship that wrecked on Ocrafolk Beach on Christmas Eve of 1899. The Ariosto was a steel-hulled, schooner-rigged steamship under the command of Captain R.R. Baines and 29 crew members. They were hauling more than $100,000 worth of cargo, and they were on their way from Galveston, Texas, to Hamburg, Germany, when on December 23rd, the Ariosto, steaming off the coast of North Carolina, encountered some of the most terrible weather on its entire journey. There were huge waves and incredible wind, gale force winds, and the visibility was next to zero. The captain and the navigator were on the upper deck trying to get their bearings from landmarks on shore when they saw the light of a lighthouse. And with all the storm clouds and the rain and the pitching and the rolling of the vessel, it was difficult for them to figure out where they were, but eventually they decided that this was the Cape Hatteras Lighthouse. And they realized that they were a good many miles east of the Diamond Shoals, the dreaded Diamond Shoals. And Captain Baines then gave orders to steam straight ahead, and he went back to his cabin to retire for the evening. It was a fatal mistake, because the lighthouse they saw was not the Cape Hatteras Lighthouse, but the Ocrafolk Lighthouse, and they were headed right for the north end of Ocrafolk. Somewhere between 2 a.m. and 4 a.m., Captain Baines was awakened when the Ariosto came to a sudden stop. It had grounded on the outer bar about 2 miles south of the Cedar Hammock Life-Saving Station, which was situated at the north end at Hatteras Inlet. Captain Baines immediately jumped out of his berth and ran to the rail, and looking all around his vessel, all he could see was white water. The visibility was so poor that he could not see the shoreline, and he believed that he had seen the Hatteras Lighthouse, so he thought he had wrecked on the outer Diamond Shoals. They immediately sent some flares up to alert the lifesavers, but realizing that they were probably so far away from the Hatteras Lighthouse